I'm going to take you back in time for a minute. No fancy PowerPoint, no high-tech graphics. I just want you to imagine we're standing together in front of a simple flip chart. We're getting totally back to basics for this explainer because I want to unpack this with you in real time. We are going to deconstruct a universal law that, honestly, most people completely misunderstand. I'm talking about the law of attraction.
The funny thing is, the law of attraction never stops working. It's exactly like gravity. Think about it. If I hold up a marker right now and drop it, it falls down. Every single time. It literally never falls up. That's the law of gravity at work. Anything with mass gets pulled toward the center of the earth. Well, the law of attraction works the exact same way. It is a constant force. It's always working, whether you actually believe in it or not. You are always attracting your vibration. Period.
So, how does this actually work mechanically? Let's draw a picture of the mind. I want you to picture a really large circle on our imaginary flip chart. Let that big circle represent your mind. Now, right below it, draw a smaller circle attached to it. That small circle represents your body. It seems incredibly simple, right? But as we build on this, it's going to perfectly explain why you're getting the exact results you're getting in your life today. Let's focus on that smaller circle for a second, your body. We walk around thinking of our bodies as these dense, solid things, but they're really not. Underneath it all, your body is a molecular structure. It's literally a massive energy vibrating at a ridiculously high speed. If you were to look at your hand under a powerful enough microscope, you wouldn't see solid skin and bone. You'd see this gleaming, radiant mass of dancing energy. Now, here is a thought that will probably keep you up at night for the next 20 years. Ready? When you eventually leave your body, the body itself doesn't actually stop moving. Seriously, think about a funeral home. That body is still moving at a microscopic level. If it wasn't moving, how would it ever turn back into dust? Energy is in constant motion, completely independent of us. You move into your body, and one day you move out. But while you're in it, how you use that big circle, your mind, dictates the exact vibration you live in. Okay, let's go back to that big circle, the mind. Draw an imaginary line straight across the middle of it. This line splits the mind into two parts. The top half is your conscious mind. That's the part that thinks, rationalizes, and chooses. But the bottom half, that's the subconscious mind, and it operates completely differently. Think back to when you were a little baby. You didn't have a conscious filter yet. Your subconscious was just left wide open, like a sponge. Every single thing happening around you, your parents, your environment, the conversations, it all went straight in. All of that energy that poured in when you were tiny formed what we call a paradigm. Simply put, a paradigm is a multitude of habits and programming. It's exactly why you are a product of your environment, and even before that, a product of a genetic pattern stretching back generations. Let's just call this foundational programming your X-type energy. This X-type paradigm hardwires your subconscious right from birth. It's basically running the show in the background. But let's look back up at the top half, your conscious mind. Up there, you have the pure ability to think absolutely anything you want to think. There is this pure, limitless power and energy flowing into your consciousness constantly. It literally never stops. You can even photograph this energy leaving the body. It flows to you and through you. But here is the catch. Because your subconscious is pre-programmed with that X-type energy, any new power coming in immediately gets filtered through that old programming. And this right here is the trap we all fall into. Because you have an X-type programmed paradigm. When that pure energy flows in, you naturally just generate X-type thoughts. Then, those X-type thoughts impress back down on your subconscious, which forces your body into an X-type vibration. And guess what? That vibration produces the exact same X-type results. It's a closed loop. It makes total sense why we get stuck getting the exact same results year after year. If you want to change those results, you have to change what you attract. And that brings us to the law of frequencies. Everything vibrates. Nothing ever rests. We are literally living in an ocean of motion. Think of it like this. You and I are essentially human radio stations. If your internal paradigm dial is tuned to a certain frequency, you can only attract the people, the music, and the energy broadcasting on that exact same frequency. So what happens when you try to change the dial? Say you try to think a totally new, out-of-the-box Y-type thought. Well, your old X-type conditioning is super comfortable. It's familiar. This new Y-type thought is highly uncomfortable. The second you try to get emotionally involved with that new idea, boom, massive friction. Your old paradigm violently fights back and pulls you right back to what's familiar. Why?
Because stepping outside the box causes real physical discomfort. And honestly, we just hate being uncomfortable.
This is exactly why simply gathering more information almost never works. Have you ever met someone who is incredibly smart, has college degrees covering their entire wall, but their bank account and their life just don't reflect it? They are trying to outsmart their circumstances using only their conscious intellect. But an educated conscious mind cannot outsmart a poverty paradigm. If the underlying subconscious vibration doesn't change, all that book smarts won't actually shift their reality. To give you an idea of how dramatic it is when you finally do shift that paradigm, let's look at Bob Proctor's own story. Back in 1961, he was making just $4,000 a year. A man handed him a book full of incredibly uncomfortable, yay-type ideas and told him to follow them exactly. He faced all that massive discomfort and friction we just talked about, but he actually did it. In a single year, his income skyrocketed from $4,000 to $175,000 and eventually went past $1 million. It took him almost 10 years to figure out why, but this was it. He rewired his frequency. So the core takeaway of this whole explainer is this: you have to change the paradigm. You can change your conscious thinking for a day, but that does absolutely nothing. If you don't change the paradigm, nothing changes. But when you do change it, when you bypass the conscious mind and program positive, new information directly into the subconscious, the change in your results is completely automatic. You just naturally start attracting completely new things.
Now, you might be wondering, how do I even know what vibration I'm in right now? It's actually really simple. Your physical feelings are just your conscious awareness of your body's vibration. When you feel stressed, fearful, or just bad, you're consciously aware that you're in a negative vibration. When you feel joyful and grateful, you're in a positive vibration. Shifting your focus to gratitude instantly tunes your dial to that positive frequency where wealth and health actually live.
Which brings me to the most important question of all. What frequency is your paradigm tuned to right now? Take a hard, honest look at the results in your life. Your bank account, your relationships, your health, they are an exact physical mirror of your hidden programming. They show you exactly where your radio dial is stuck. But here is the amazing part. Once you see the cycle for what it is, you can break it. So lean into the discomfort, watch out for those X-type thoughts, and get ready to completely rewire your reality.